is newcomers at the meeting, please put some smile here. You have reaction at the bottom of the screen, you have reaction. Okay, so I see Jorthika Shetty is new here, probably, if she put a smile. So just to understand who is new and who really need to know the rules. Newcomers, if you'd like to say something or to introduce yourself, to have 10, 20 seconds to introduce yourself.
We cannot hear you, Anna.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My microphone suddenly was muted. So for those who are newcomers, if you would like to introduce yourself and have an opportunity to speak, take 10, 20 seconds to tell us about you, please send me a private message and I will give you a word when you have time, or you're very welcome to take your chance and answer questions, for example, in hot question section. So before we start, I would like to say you some rules, how we rules of such meetings. First of all, please, everyone, turn off your mobile phones or just switch off the sound of your phones. It's very disturbing when you hear someone is calling during someone is speaking. Another very important point is please keep your microphone muted if you not speak. So we don't hear any other noise but just speaker voice. Another suggestion, it's not obligatory, but another suggestion is to turn your cameras on so everyone can see you and we can see each other. It's always better to see than just to hear. And if your name consists of some numbers or it's difficult to read, please change your name. But I see everyone is fine. Yasin and Nila. We have two Anilas here. That's interesting. Julian. So yeah, this is general rules of the meetings. If your phones is already off, I would like to briefly introduce you Agora Speakers International, this community, and to tell you the purpose of such meetings. So Agora Speakers International is a worldwide non-profit organization. The purpose of this organization is to help people to reach the full potential as communicators and as leaders. So we arrange this meeting in order to help each other and to learn how to be excellent leader, how to be excellent speaker. We provide each other very polite and nice feedbacks, how we can improve ourselves. No judgments, we don't criticize each other, we just provide feedback, just helping to improve each other. So please respect speakers. For some of us, it is just first experience to speak. Please take it into consideration. Don't be too judgmental to your friends here. And do not interrupt and do not speak while other speaking. For each meeting, we have an agenda, and participants are free to choose their own roles. Agenda could be slightly different from time to time, but there are some roles that are constant. This is the roles of meeting leader, me, today, roles of timer, roles of grammarian, and meeting evaluator, that, as I understood, is usually for Alexander Christoph. Yes. So I really hope that everyone read rules of their roles and did their homework. I read rules, but I didn't do my homework. So no one is perfect, but I know how to fix it now. So my home task was actually to contact everyone who's gonna speak today and ask them some questions to be able to introduce you properly. In order to fix this, I will ask you to introduce you by yourself by telling us your name, your country, and have a nice idea how to bring you in nice mood for this meeting. Try to bring in your memory the best, the most memorable, the best birthday you ever had. For example, I can say that my name is Anna. I'm going to be your meeting leader for today. I'm from Ukraine, And the most memorable birthday I ever had was 4 years ago when I was celebrating my 21st birthday. I was in Thailand, almost by my own, sitting on the beach, drinking rum and eating pineapple with candles. So it was my best birthday. Try to remember this and introduce yourself in this way. So first, I would like to invite to the stage our timer. And timer today is Anila. So Anila, floor is yours. Please introduce yourself and introduce your role for today's meeting.
Hi and good afternoon from Pakistan, Islamabad, which is acknowledged as the third most beautiful capital of the world by the Guinness Book 2017. This is Anila Sadaf who is going to perform the role of a timer today. I will start from William Shakespeare's "All the world is a stage and all the women and men are merely players. Everyone has his own exits and entrances, and one man at his time plays many roles. Ladies and gentlemen, we all are time bounded. It is our destiny. We cannot go beyond our times. Everyone has limited time to complete many tasks, but successful men are those who knows how to efficiently use their time and achieve many goals. We all are here to practice our speaking skills, and the time plays a major role. Our meeting is segmented into different roles, and every role has allotted specific time. I will notify you according to your time consumption by green, yellow, and red color background. At the first stage, I will change the background green. It will inform you that you are safe and in your time. But from now, you start concluding your speech because you have surely 2 minutes left to speak. After finishing 1 more minute, I will show you yellow background for notifying that you have only 1 minute to speak. I shall show you the red background when you have consumed all of your allotted time and now you must stop. I think you all understand. Now over to your meeting president, Anya.
Okay, thank you, Anila. It was, I think everyone understood what timer's role and that you need to pay very good attention on Anila's camera today. So please, how it's called, pick her video somewhere so you can see her while you're speaking and control the time. Second, or maybe third role that is very important for each meeting is grammarian. And previously we thought that it will be Yasin, but sorry Yasin, we see that you already joined, but we wait for you for 10 minutes and we had to choose another volunteer. And for today's meeting, grammarian will be Ratna. Ratna, floor is yours. Please introduce yourself. Tell us your most memorable birthday party and your role for today. Hello, Ratna, are you speaking? We cannot hear you. Hello, Ratna.
I think she dropped.
Really?
Yeah.
So no, we had some problems with grammarian for today. Maybe, if it's still possible, and nobody is offended, we can switch back to Yasin to be our grammarian for today. Are you here? Yasin? I cannot see you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, we We have you here again. Okay, so let's stick with you, Ratna. You're a grammarian for today. It's very funny how it started.
I'm sorry.
Words
Well, in fact, a wonderful opportunity that I've got here right now. Yes, I'm K. Ratna Kumari from India, right? And this is the first time that I've been on an international platform like this. Then coming to my birthday that I celebrated and enjoyed the most was when I was in class 5. I had a nice party at home with a couple of friends and neighbors around, and I still cherish all those memories that I happen to have then. Then coming to the role of the grammarian. So it is to observe the speaker's language accuracy as such in terms of grammar and to appreciate their intricacies that you have used in terms of various figures of speech or parts of speech as such. I hope I have made myself clear, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Ratna, for nice memories. And regarding grammarian role, usually we have some word that every speaker should use in their speech.
Okay.
I know that you haven't prepared for this role for today's meeting. Is
Yeah.
for you, but can you come up with maybe your favorite English word that we can all use?
Yeah. Tranche, TRANCHE.
CHE.
Yeah.
Can you write it in the chat so everyone can see?
Yes, I'll do it.
And explain us what does it mean?
Yeah.
Are you typing to us? Tranche. Okay. Now we have word of the day tranche, and please, every speaker today will have 3 prepared speeches. We also have today we travel to and thought of the day. So please try to use this word, and our grammarian will will pay attention of how you use it. Okay, so we have an agenda for today's meeting where I put all roles that we have today. And also Anila helped me to put timing for each roles. Anila, could you share your screen or maybe share the document that I sent to you with time? Anila, we cannot hear you. Your microphone is mute.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we see you.
Okay. This is my green color background. I think it is not visible properly. And this is yellow color background. And this is red color. I don't know what is the problem. I tried several times to fix it, but it is not properly working.
I think we can handle it. So I will share. I will try to share my screen. Already how it works. Oh, it doesn't allow me to share it. Okay.
How's that? Try now. I made you the host. It shouldn't be any problem, but still.
Share screen. And I need to make some change settings of my laptop that allows it to use screen. So I will do it different way. I will attach the file, the same file with lots of mistakes that I sent to the chat yesterday, but I correct some mistakes. Sorry for this. And oh, it's on my desktop. And enter. Can you see the file? I think in the chat, but it's not necessary to see it. I will just name who will be the first speaker. First speaker will be thought of the day. And for today's meeting, it's Adil Ahmed. Hello, Adil. So I think you and Timer are aware how much time you can spend for your speech. So please pay attention on it. But before you start, please tell us about your best birthday you ever had. Yours is yours.
Okay, thank you, meeting leader. My name is Adil Ahmed and I'm from Pakistan. So my best birthday was the previous birthday. I was at that time I was in America attending a training program, and I was with my fellows. Uh, it was special because uh, my 28 fellows just celebrated my birthday, and it was special for me. It was really special. The instructors there, they also greeted me the birthday, so I still remember that. And coming towards the thought of the day, so should I start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, the topic which I have selected today is peace. I want to tell you, share you a short and true story. In north part of Pakistan, we have a valley called Sawat Valley. There were at times when the valley was really disturbed and dominated by the Taliban extremists. They were terrorizing the valley and the people of the valley. Especially, they were focusing on female education. They were against the female education and were not letting them to go to school. In the same situation, there was a young girl. She was school going, just of 14 years. She was really committed towards her education. And she raised her voice against the terrorism, against the extremist organizations, and she highlighted the social and educational issues going on in her area. But it resulted differently. One day, coming back from the school, she was targeted by the Taliban and they shot her in her head. She was severely injured. But by the grace of God, she survived. Many countries came to her help, they supported her in her medical treatment. And later, she continued her education in England. Yes, I am talking about the youngest Nobel Award achiever, Malala Yousafzai. She was a Pakistani. She continued her efforts later on, spreading the message of peace and promoting female education. Later, she became the ambassador of peace from United Nations. Reason to tell you this story that we have to spread the message of peace. And how can we do it? We can do it through education, through educating people, through tolerance, through empathy. We can build a peaceful society where we can live peacefully. In the end, I want to sum up my words with an ancient saying. It says that education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope, and hope breeds peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adil. It's really was very nice speech, and I even have this goose, how it's called. So it's really touchy story, and I think everyone knows story of Malala. And who, for some reason, haven't heard it, please go to Google and read it. It's really important us for everyone to know it and to think about peace. Thank you for bringing it up. Following agenda, we have to go now to prepared speeches. And today we have 3 of them. First, prepared speech will be from Salma. We already know her. She is, I think, 3rd or 4th meeting with us. And her speech evaluator will be Yulia Borisov. Yulia, sorry for making a mistake in your name yesterday. I already corrected. So I think we will start with Yulia, who will explain us the prepared speech, how it should be, give some hints to your to the person you will be evaluating after, and also tell us about your best birthday party. Please, yours, Yulia.
Thank you, Anna. I don't see Salma here, but I hope she will be with us.
That's strange because she was here.
Yes, she has
Yes,
written that
she
she has some internet connection problems.
Oh, she wrote in a chat in Facebook.
Yes. Maybe if you want, we can wait for her and go ahead with the others.
Yes.
Or...
Let's try this. We will go ahead with the others. And second prepared speech, first project for Christina Divchur. And her evaluator will be Alexander Christoph. So Alexander, it's your time to tell us about the best birthday you ever had. Maybe it was just that happened last week or this week, when it was. So tell us about your best birthday and tell us about, give some hints for Christina.
Thank you, Madam Meeting Leader. Well, my best birthday was also my worst birthday. It was many years ago, and it was the last birthday I celebrated as such, because I decided to make a huge party, invite all my friends, assuming that only a third or fourth of them would come. But hey, it turned out that every single one came. So we gathered around 70 people, and I had like 3 minutes to talk to each other, to each of them, which was basically a nightmare. And I swear that after that I will never do any such parties, because it was a waste of time and it was completely unpleasant in the end. So Christina is going to do her first speech today from the educational program. That's project number 2. It's speaking about the things that you like, and the goal of that project is simply getting to know your personal style when speaking in front of an audience, learning to control your nervousness, and speaking about with naturalness about a subject that is easy and close to you, anything that you like. And you have between 2 to 4 minutes for that. So Christina, good luck.
Thank you. Okay. People want to control their life. We visualize a life, we can change the subject, we can change the way, we can create a fairy tale or some of the biggest disease in the world. Our mind is always attacked our surrounding, and thousands, I would rather say billions people and point of view. But we not always can control all what we do and see. Miracle can't happen at one of the moment. It's like unexpected circumstance. Who expect, who knows, why, where, what. You can attitude different its appearance. Sometimes it's not sound like a good one. Sometimes it's bad and have bad consequences. But not today. Today we will think positive and exactly not in my story. Oh, let's begin imagine and remember what's good was happened in our life, appreciate unexpected way. I have a short story. Once, some years ago, we put off the money for buying the car. The car must be for all our family. And after 2 years, we lost the patience and spent all money for 4 cheaper bicycle. Oh, it was a beautiful time. We can run 20 kilometers and be by the lake, but it's another story. But family need a car, and we bought cheaper one. We going to the travel. We take with us friends, and in half of our way, we broke down the gear level. Thanks God, we not move so fast, and we can stop. And all of us have a different attitude. Some of us run into the stress. Some of us think about how fixed it. But some of it's a day, and some of us can think about where we today, where we was today, and can sightseeing the town and enjoy this day. We have a different way, but life gives us a beautiful moments, and we can breathe and satisfy these moments. We have a lesson. We can run into the stress or choose another way. Take all what we receive and joy. But if we don't make a plan, we don't have positive, unexpected things. All what happened can give us in a new position in our life, give us some trench in new life. So stand widely and let yourself relax and imagine. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. I just would like to remind you that you forgot to introduce yourself. We would like to hear where you're from and your best party or best birthday.
Okay, I'm Christina. I'm from Ukraine. I think I have the best birthday party every year. When I surround my close friends and family. Life is good and give me this opportunity to celebrate.
That's great. That's great. I'm pretty sure that our best birthday party is still yet to come, but in the past we definitely have the best one. Maybe it was just best present we ever received, or it was best company, or it was best news, or maybe the party that you don't remember was your best one. So yeah, think about it. We need to jump to a third prepared speech, and it will be project number 4 from Olga. Olga, I see that you're already ready. And
I'm ready.
Before you start, Anastasia would like to evaluate your speech, right, Anastasia? That's what you asked for. So please introduce, I don't know, give some hints to Olga. Introduce yourself and tell us about your best birthday.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone.
Oh gosh, thanks.
Hi, Sal. You'll be the next to speak.
Okay, sure. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. Actually, I came across this problem. Internet is responsible.
So don't worry. I will invite you to stage. Yeah, Anastasia, sorry for interrupting.
No problem. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, good. Yeah, hello everyone. I am from Russia, from the most beautiful city in the world, St. Petersburg. And my best birthday, I think, in the past, probably the best one will happen in the future as well. I hope so. The best one in the past happened to me some years ago, and I spent it together with my best friends in Paris, Disneyland. And it really had a lot of fun, and I really recommend everyone, if you're with the children or if you don't have children, you will enjoy it anyway. It's like something what never happened to you before. It's a really nice experience. Okay, and coming back to the main point of my why we're here today, I would like to introduce Olga, and she is going to analyze the speech. And it is my first experience to evaluate the analysis of the speech, and I'm really intrigued what she has prepared for us. And let's welcome Olga to the stage.
Thank you, Anastasia. I'll tell you, okay, my name is Olga, and I'll also tell you some words about the project I'm doing. This project is the analysis of the speech structure, and it is separated into two parts. And today I'm doing the first part exactly, that is about the analysis of the existing speech. I'll have to determine what the type of the speech is, what is the audience it addresses, and the core message of the speech. And I'll also show you where we have these parts of the speech I'll be talking about. Okay, I know you both. You know you both, and then ask for it. This is a speech delivered by pricing consultant Casey Brown in April 2017 on the event Columbus Woman. This is a motivational speech that is a special kind of persuasive speech. In this speech, the speaker tells us the stories and helps people communicate their value and get paid for their excellence. The speech consists of three parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. The speaker starts her talk saying the phrases that are rather provocative. They cause rather unpleasant emotions, because the meaning of phrases is something that people would not like to be the part of their life, or would not like to be the truth. No one will ever pay you what you're worth. No one will ever pay you what you're worth. They will only pay you what they think you are worth. And immediately she switches to the main part of the topic, to the goal of her speech. She says us that we people control the mind of payers. So let's listen to the introduction. I hope it will work technically. Okay, let me share my screen.
We see definitely, but I'm not sure if someone can hear what she said.
No voice,
Okay.
we cannot hear.
When you share your screen, you have to click on a checkbox down there to share the audio as well.
Okay, let me check how to do this. Oops. Alexander, could you please navigate me once again?
When you share your screen, unshare for a second, because you have to exit.
Pause sharing. Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Okay, now say that you want to share, and at the bottom of the dialog that opens,
share computer sound.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
No one will ever pay you what you're worth. No one will ever pay you what you're worth. They'll only ever pay you what they think you're worth. And you control their thinking.
And then the speaker switches to the body and does it very interesting way. First of all, she uses a joke to break the ice, and then she engages audience by asking very simple question that assumes that the answer is yes. She also raises her hand, showing that she says she answered yes to this question and that she belongs to the audience. So it is evident that this topic is familiar to everyone who gets paid.
Not like this. Although that would be cool. That would be really cool. Instead, like this. Clearly defining and communicating your value are essential to being paid well for your excellence. Anyone here want to be paid well? Okay, good. And this talk is for everyone. Let's go universal click.
So in the rest part of the body of the speech, the speaker tells us two stories to prove her point and to encourage the audience. The first one story is used to explain to the audience how to define the value. And the second one story is used to show an example how to communicate this value. This is very important because she shows us step by step how, first of all, how to recognize and where and how to concentrate on the value, and then how to make the changes in the life. In the conclusion, she does three important things. The first one is bringing the importance to the topic once again. The second one is summarizing of what was told during the meeting, during her speech. And the third one is encouraging people to act, to do the step and change their lives. So, importance, summarizing, and encouraging. I'm sorry. Okay, something went wrong with the videos that were opened, but I'll manage it.
Laid out the trends and the progress in our own voice and in our own organically.
I'm sorry.
I know what I'm doing. I'm confident. Being properly valued is so important. And you can hear in this story that the implications reach far beyond just finances into the realm of self-respect and self-confidence. Today I've told two stories, one about defining our value and the other about communicating our value. And these are the two elements to realizing our full earning potential. That's the equation. And if you're sitting in the audience today and you're not being paid what you're worth, I'd like to welcome you into this equation. Just imagine what life would be like, how much more we could do, how more we could give back, how much more we could plan for the future, how validated and respected we would feel if we could earn our full potential, realize our full value.
The speaker finishes the whole speech using the same phrases that was used to begin the whole speech. I'm sorry. No one will ever pay you what you are worth. They will only pay you what they think you are worth. But you control their thinking. And she thanks the audience. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Olga. It was nice analysis of speech. And I believe if we were in real life and if we have meeting offline, it would be way better, because sometimes when you turn on the video, sound was really it was really noisy. So nobody can actually hear clearly what the girl from the video said. But I know that everyone did their homework and watched the video before, right? Everyone did it. I asked several times. So for us, it was clear what you're talking about. And it was really, really awesome analysis of the speech. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
We have to jump to third prepared speech from Salma. Salma, thank you for finally joining us. It's great. And your evaluator today is Yulia Borisov. So few words from Yulia before you start, and then floors is yours.
Thank you, Anna. Today I'll be evaluating Salma's speech. The project Salma is doing is called Speaking About Things You Like. And the main goal is to deliver a short presentation about something she likes using a conversational style, making clear for the audience the subject she's talking about, and express a personal opinion and justify it. Sorry? Okay. I thought Salma was saying something, but no, it was Tanya. If you can mute yourself, Tanya. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Lulia, and meeting leader Anna. Raise your hand if you think that you always look at the bright side of everything. That's great. Thumbs up if you live your life joyfully instead of living it only. Thumbs up. All right, that's brilliant. Congratulations, you are on the power or on the ship of optimism. Since childhood, I have been favoring this power of optimism. Let's go to the past. I was in university and everything was looking at the board, at the notice board. I was standing there, everybody was looking at the board and then looking at me. And then what happened when I came across the board, then my name was there in the list of failure in the paper of practical criticism. Everybody shocked, but I rocked. Actually, the thing is that my inner dialogue kept me at the back. And those dialogue told me, go Selma, you are going to nail it. Because this is something that at the next step, you are going to on the field. And then finally, the happy news that after doing practice a lot and I focused on the subject, then I secured the first position in the whole department. And today I'm awarded. So the thing was that failure was one of the reasons that gave me the ship of optimism. Martin Seligman, in his 22-year study, and the book name is Learn Optimism, has said that optimism can be learned. Of course, those people who are focusing on the power of optimism can be more effective, be that is relationship, professional life, personal life, career, and the list goes on. So, the power of optimism can never be estimated, and I like it most. There are so many things in the world, but I love this optimism because it has got the tendency to give you a new approach, a new direction, a new destination. And let's look at the history. Edison, everybody knows. He was standing and looking at the laboratory which was on fire. Everybody was looking at Edison. Edison was looking at laboratory. And even his son told that what is going on? And he said, aha, I'm going to establish a new position. I'm going to get more. I'm going to practice it more. And then again, I'm going to renew everything. There's the power of optimism. In the failure, you can see bright side. Now, the thing is that what are the reasons that everybody should follow optimism? Number one, because it develops the mental attitude. We focus on the physical health, but we ignore mental attitude, we ignore mental health. So emotional health and mental health, both can be engulfed by this power of optimism. Secondly, whenever you are on the ship of optimism, then you never underestimate yourself, but rather than you underestimate the problem. The problem is no more a problem. It has become an opportunity in disguise. And then you say that, okay, now I am going to mark it. I'm going to nail it. And thirdly, that you are with the set position that difficult things are not there to obstruct, to hinder, to give you that negative approach. No, rather than difficulties are going to be you are going to be instructed by those difficulties. And then if you are on the ship of optimism, then they will never let you down. So I hope that everybody is going to enjoy life rather than going to spend it only. Thank you.
Thank you, Salma, for very interesting speech. And it also brings us to, I think, everyone to think about how we live our life, if we are enjoying or just living. Thank you for this. And I think a participant starts to forget to tell us about their birthdays. So Olga, Yulia, you already lose your chance to tell us about your birthday, but Salma, you still have a chance to tell us about the best birthday you ever had.
The best birthday?
Best birthday, yes.
Best and worst day. All right. Actually, I'm an inspirational speaker, so I never considered that the day can be worse, but rather than it is upon thinking. So when I got fail, then on the other hand, I got the first position in the whole department, and today I'm awarded. The second thing that I can consider that every day is the best day for me, but the worst day to some extent when I lost my dad. And he's no more with me, but his character and his confidence is there with me. But again, I will say that this was also, the death of my father was also a blessing in disguise, that I continued my study, and then that's all. Yeah. Best birthday, you said, or best day? I'm really sorry. Okay, fine. So every birthday is best birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Finally come to the point, because yeah, it was also interesting story. You're very nice, the storyteller, so it's whatever you say, it's very interesting to hear. Yeah, but question was about best birthday. Never mind, we have to move to next speaker. It's not a prepared speech, it's the topic of speech will be today we travel to, and we have, I believe we have Zion on the call. No, I lost him already. Zion, are you here? No, we don't have Zion here, so we will skip this part. Next part of our meeting today, of our agenda, is hot question part. After this hot question part, we will evaluate all prepared speech that was just said. Yeah, and before we start hot question part, I would like to give a word to Anastasia Diktar, who would like to warm up a bit. Please, Anastasia, floor is yours.
Hello, everyone, once again. Yeah, before we start the really hot questions, what Victoria will start answering to the hot questions that Victoria prepared for us, I would like to warm up the participants a little bit. And this session, it will be really short one. It will consist of two parts. The first one, can you hear me? Sorry. Okay. The first part will be physical exercises. We need, yes, right. Let's move our head a little bit, but really cautiously. I don't want everyone, somebody breaks or something or not, just from one side to another one. Up, down. Okay, now we're going to stretch a little bit. Yeah, we set about 1 hour already. Okay, and the last what we're going to do, physically, to shake everything. What happened to you during the week? Forget everything. We need to prepare to a very nice weekend. Okay. Now we're prepared physically. The next part will be mental exercise. It will not be meditation or something like that. It will be exercise for the speakers. You know, the speakers, everyone has two sorts of vocabulary, the passive and the active one. The passive vocabulary, the words what we know. The active vocabulary, the words what we are using. And as professional speakers, we need to work on our active vocabulary. The exercise will be following. We are going to look for synonyms. I will give you some words, and please use pen or paper or write the words down on your computer. And I will give you for one word 1 minute. During 1 minute, find the synonyms for this word. Synonyms are the words with a similar meaning. For example, big, huge, large. The words can be used instead of the other one. Timer, you please take part in this exercise as well. I will track the time. Just a second. But I will give you 1 minute. You will write the words for yourself. And afterwards, I will tell you what we need to do. Don't tell the words loudly. Just a second. Okay. The first word will be really simple. The first word will be small. I will write it in the chart.
Anastasia, can you repeat the word?
I have written it in the chart, small.
Yeah, Anastasia, while everyone is writing down words, could you please keep your microphone unmoved because it makes some cracking noise and we cannot hear the word you say.
Okay, is it better?
Yeah, now it seems like better. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Time is over. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, thank you, Anila, for tracking the time as well. The next word will be to mention.
Mention.
mention, right? 1 minute time. Okay, 1 minute passed. Yeah, I received some messages. Is my microphone better now? Can you hear me?
It's still cracking, but I think when you keep it on one place, it's better.
Okay, because I'm not doing anything with it.
You're moving your head.
Okay, the idea of the task is to find the synonyms for the words to improve our active vocabulary. And the last word, what I want to ask you to use, or what the word what we need to find the synonyms will be fine, just fine. Okay, 1 minute is over. It's not a competition. Just unmute your microphone. Who would like to tell the words, the synonyms for the first word, what was small? Okay, Kapil. Yes.
So for small, it is mini, minuscule, tiny, little, drop.
Thank you very much. Does anybody want to add something?
Can I?
Yeah.
I don't know, but from my point, like I added insignificant, unimportant.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it can be also used like small.
I have also added poor, like small experience or little experience or poor experience, and young.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, the
Nano.
next. Sorry.
Nano.
Okay.
I can add words.
You can
Sorry?
also...
I can add few words about small synonyms.
Sorry, could you please repeat?
I can add few words.
Yeah.
Little, compact, portable.
Yeah, good.
Tiny.
Thank
mini,
you very much.
Slight, minor.
I'm really surprised how you come up with that many words, many synonyms. I know only small and tiny, and you're like, I am in.
I have a professional. I am holding a professional degree of engineering recently, so I am a little bit more idea about this. That's why.
Okay. Yeah, that's the exercise. What we need to do. That's the idea that we're not using only just couple of words, but for example, I'm using all the time the same
That's
word.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we're coming to the next one. What words can replace to mention? Who would gonna start?
Discuss, mention, discuss, highlight, or make a reference to something, or give a short reference to something, or a hint, give a hint, something.
Yeah. Thank you, Salma.
Okay.
Continue.
Yes.
Can
I
I?
put.
Sorry.
Sorry, Adi, let me. I'm a lady.
lady.
So I
Okay.
wrote emphasize, speak about, point out.
Yeah, thank you. Adele?
Yeah, I was also saying some these words. I mean, the highlighted can be used.
Enlightened. Enlightened.
Sorry. One person at first one, then the other one. Adil? Sorry.
Yeah, I was saying that highlight, point out, and present.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I can add keywords.
Enlighten.
Yeah, thank you.
Enlighten.
I can add keywords.
Yep.
Bring up, statement, announcement.
Remember and recalling.
Yeah, thanks. Kapil?
To request for, to bring to notice, to bring to awareness, and to bring to knowledge.
Thank you very much. How many expressions or words can be used instead of just mention? And the last word, it was fine.
I think we need to choose only one person who will tell synonyms because we run out of time. So
okay, yeah.
He made the best line of synonyms.
Okay.
I can add.
Yes, can.
So for synonyms for the word fine, excellent. So we can first class, first rate, great, exceptional. We can use outstanding, like admirable, like flyaway, like sheer. These are from mines.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And yeah, as Anna mentioned, we're highlighted. We're running out of time. And if you have any other ideas, please write them in the chart, and we will know what other words can be used instead of fine. Thank you very much. I hope you are warm up, and yeah, I give the stage. I give the word to Anna, the meeting leader.
Thank you very much, Anastasia, for bringing this activity to us. It's very important sometimes to think about what we can do more. For those who are struggling to find synonyms for a word they use, please go to site Thesaurus. I think everyone knows this website where you can put a word and get thousands of synonyms for this word. I put the link in our chat. Feel free to use it. We have to jump to our hot question section, and we have two persons who will be leader of this session. Victoria Novak will ask those tricky questions, and Gabriela will evaluate the questions themselves and also the people who answer those questions. So maybe first words to Gabriela, and then Victoria, floor is yours. Don't forget to mention about your birthday.
Okay.
Gabriela, cannot hear you. Muted. Still no sound. Still no sound. You kind of unmute, but no sound. No.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's good.
Yeah, I was on mute. I've been on mute from the very beginning. It's nice to. I didn't know why you weren't reacting. I volunteered to do roles several times. Sorry. Okay. So, well, something about my birthday. Well, I've had so many birthdays in my life. I can't even remember the
Massimo
one. At some point, I decided birthdays were unimportant, and when you grow up, you'll see that that time will eventually come in your life. So the moment I decided this, I was surrounded by a huge group of friends. I was in a pub in the UK, and I remember that despite not being native speaker of English, I gave a speech. So I don't really remember what prompted me to do this, but I just felt the need to be part of a public speaking group, and this is why I'm here. So I'm going to listen to Victoria now because it's her turn, and hopefully I'll be able to evaluate her speech properly. Okay, and the answers you will give to her hot questions. Thank you.
Short reminder from my side, don't forget to use word tranche. This is word of the day. Nobody uses it so far, as I noticed. Thank you. Victoria, your floor.
It's hard to use this word. This is a tricky one. Okay, so I'm from Poland, as some of you may know. My favorite birthday, my most special ones were probably 3 years ago when I went to a summer camp with my friends. We were by the sea. I just woke up. My friends surprised me. They were singing me happy birthday. We were in the same room to my friends. And then we went to a meal, breakfast. And then suddenly, like whole camp, like 200 people were singing happy birthday, Victoria. And that was so cute. I was like so surprised that they did it, and they bought me a small present. And throughout the whole rest of the day, we were by the sea, entertaining each other, sightseeing, something. So it was really special time for me. I love that. And yeah, so we don't have that much time. So maybe we'll come to the hot question session. So I will ask you some questions, and you will have like kind of 1 minute or 2 minutes, I missed it, to answer this question. And they will be open questions. I know that for some of you it might be hard, but it will be worth it, just to speak out loud your thoughts and yeah, articulate it better and to better understand yourself and your views by doing that. Okay, so who wants to answer the first question? Is there anyone willing to do that? I see no one. Okay, Kapil Chawla. Okay, is it correct, Kapil?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so what is the most important, the biggest challenge we face right now in the 21st century, in your opinion, right now?
The major thing which the humanity is facing in 2020 is jobs, like not people, and that has been multiplied by COVID-19. Is like there are no enough jobs, and that's one part of the problem. The other part of the problem is the education system prevalent currently in most of the world, developing world or developed world, is job oriented. They teach us how to become only job oriented, follow the commands. They don't allow us to think for ourselves, like create something for ourselves, create businesses. So I would recommend that we should shift from this education system, which is dependent only for someone else to create job for us. It's better that we are taught such skills through which we can earn and create jobs for ourselves. We become masters of our own destination, like creating jobs. Maybe the gig economy is trying to resort to that solution, but it's still not working because it's not tandem with the education system we have right now. So it's something like uh, I develop during the school age or the university age. I develop something, a skill through which I can, by using that skill, I can use to earn my at least some amount of money or some portion of my education through this trance of money, which I can utilize for funding my education. So they should, the education system could give me some kind of skill, which I can, if I am in dire consequences, I can use this skill to earn some kind of money. Or the COVID taught me this. Like my education system did not teach me how to develop that particular skill through which I can use that skill and use it for earning some money as a side business or as a side product. So maybe something which are new concept could be taught in education system, like digital marketing or remote selling. So that's what I wanted to say about this. Pass.
Okay, that was great. Thank you for your answer. And so, who is the second person who wants to answer the second question?
We have several newcomers here at the meeting, and one of them sent the message at the beginning that he wants to introduce himself. It's Rao. So I think he should be the next person who will answer hot question and very briefly introduce himself. And he disappears.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so
Hello.
hello. So I will just say the question. So the question is, what essential skills do we need in the 21st century? Kapil touched on it. And what would you recommend, like precise skills? What do you think? Like, is it marketing, sales? What should we teach our children at school so they can be future oriented? Yeah, so this is the question.
This is Gupteshwara from Visakhapatnam, the place from where Koka Prasad also comes from. I would like to place here that life skills, along with digital skills, are essential now. When you say life skills, it is whatever you think, like public speaking skills, leadership skills, oratorical skills. Apart from, there are innumerable skills. And not only that, digital skills are more important, and they are to be imbibed by everyone and anyone to survive in this society. In fact, my objective at the age of 73 also, I'm trying to create a change in the school teaching scenario, introducing digital skills in India, but not to a great extent. It's very, very tough to penetrate the market, not the market, I will say, penetrate the hearts of the educators. It's very, very difficult, but still I'm struggling. Choices, like what Salma's words, who has spoken earlier, Salma's words, I can never forget them. Yeah, although it's a very short span of time she spoke, but they were quite taken over by me. I will say that instead of the word, what she had chosen as optimism, I will say it is choices. Choose wisely. Choices, they make you or break you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Rao, thank you for your answer. Very important to hear this. And since you're new for this meeting, what I know for you that your name is Rao, that you're from India, and you're invited here by our friend Koka. And tell us about your best birthday. You also mentioned your age, so it definitely was several best birthdays in your life.
Wow, my best day was when I celebrated my birthday at my 68th year, along with Coca, for the first time in my life. that too it in an Indian place at Mumbai. And you know the wonder of that I will use that particular word entrance here. Entranced some of my qualities and others there. Okay.
Good. Good.
And the worst day was when my dad died.
Oh.
That was long ago. I'm now 73 plus and still struggling hard. You know, I just want to create a change, and I learned so many techniques and technologies which I am passing on to each and everyone, mostly for free. 99% I am offering these solutions for free, but there are no takers, unfortunately. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you. Very glad to see you here. This
can I say something to sir?
Yeah, please.
I mean, I just want to appreciate his words, and I want to hats off to his courage. I mean, simply the best.
Great.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your nice
you.
words here. So coming back to hot questions, Victoria.
Yeah, so we've heard great life advice a few seconds before. So I want to pick the next person, and maybe I will give the question. So what would be your best life advice that you would give to a child or a teenager? And is there anyone to volunteer to this question? Super. Nirmana, floor is yours.
Shall I first tell you about my best birthday? So actually it was last year, and that day I had, let's say, early lunch with my friends in a town, and I bump up to my nowadays husband. So on my last year on my birthday, I met my husband. So that was a really special day for me. So that was really a best birthday ever.
That's really worth to mention.
Yeah. So can you please, Victoria, repeat my question? It was about like, what advice would I give to myself as a child?
Yes, exactly. What best life advice?
Okay. I guess there will. You muted me, sorry. Am I there with you? Okay.
Now, yes.
So I guess I would give myself a couple of advices. First advice would be to never, never, never stop learning and exploring, definitely. I always was learning, but I had a phase where I kind of was, let's say, sick of it. But nowadays, I'm 29, and I see what a huge advantage of learning every single day has. It empowers us, it gives us courage, it gives us confidence, it helps us grow as a person, it helps us form opinion. So my first advice would be to never stop learning, learn every single day. And second advice would be to always be confident and carry yourself with a confidence. Nowadays, wherever you go, whatever you need to present yourself, your paper, your work, the confidence is really important. And the confidence is one of the first things based on which your, let's say, audience forms opinion about you. So on one point, be well educated, learn, never stop learning, but also carry yourself well and be confident with whoever you are talking to.
Okay, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was a beautiful answer from Nirmana. And so you're going to the next question. And is there any volunteer? If not, I will pick someone.
Leroy.
Oh yeah, Leroy. Yeah, because you're not taking any roles. Why?
How can you forget Leroy?
I would love to see your prepared speech or something like this. So do you want me? So we pick Leroy, okay? Yeah.
My battery is running out anytime.
Oh.
My battery is running out anytime, so I'll be leaving. Yeah.
Excuse?
Yeah, my battery is
believe
running.
him.
It's, no, it's running low. Anytime it's going off.
Okay, I understand.
Thank you.
So maybe maybe someone else who is here. Tanya Singhal. Yeah. Will you volunteer?
I also vote for Tanya because her microphone was several times unmuted. It seems like she wanted to speak. So Tanya, is your chance.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So here's the question. What is the most important thing in life? What do you think?
My most important thing in the life is my mom.
Oh, that's so cute. So beautiful. And is there anything important in your life too?
My family is most important and no one.
Your family is most important. That's great. And apart from your family and mother, do you find some activities, some qualities really important?
Skating, I play chess, I do skating.
Yes.
I do swimming, I do cycling.
Okay.
And that's
it. So would you like to be a professional cycler in the future or sportsman?
I would like to be a professional footballer.
Footballer. Oh, that's great. And where do you come from? Do you support your local team or do you like some global, nationwide one?
No, I like to play football.
Okay, play football. So you play with your friends or professionally?
Yes.
With your friends, yeah?
Yeah.
And is there American football or like Brazilian football?
Indian.
Indian football. Oh, that's really great. So you want to be a professional footballer, yeah?
Yeah.
And do you have some favorite footballer?
No.
No. So you want to become this most famous footballer?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So do you want to add something more? Do you want to tell us something more?
No.
Okay, so thank you for your gorgeous answer. It was very confident, and thank you for your braveness to speak to people you first met. Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. That was gorgeous to talk to you. Okay, so do you have still some time, Anila? How many time do you have for hot questions? Because I don't know.
You have already taken 17 minutes and 25 seconds, so no more time for hot questions.
So how many? I didn't hear.
17 minutes and 35 seconds total for the segment.
We still have some time or not really?
No. You don't have any time left. Okay? You already consumed the allotted time.
Okay. So thank you for this session for questions. It was very nice to ask you and to get this answers. Thank you, Victoria, and thank you for everyone who answered questions. Now we have most important maybe part of our meeting is evaluation part. So now your speech will be evaluated and you will get some nice feedback from your evaluators. First was Christina Divchur. I hope I said it correctly. And her evaluator was Alexander Christov. So Alexander, floor is yours to give some feedback to Christina.
Thank you, Madam Meeting Leader. Well, congratulations, Christina. Your speech reminded me of my first time when I gave a speech, and I was like, what the hell am I going to talk about? It was so nervous all over the place. Definitely was not your case. You didn't seem to be nervous at all. I don't know what you were feeling on the inside, but on the outside, nothing was noticeable. In fact, you were, it seemed to me like you were completely at home, like, yada, 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 yada. That was nice. So congratulations on overcoming this first hurdle. It's always the starting point. It's always the first step is always the most difficult. I like that the speech was very fluent, despite that you're not a native English speaker. And because usually people that are not natives and give a speech, they pause and stop constantly filling the space with filler words. Not your case, definitely. So congratulations on that. I like that you used a personal story. That's always very welcome. And I think most of us have experienced similar situations in life as the one you described. So that was great. Personal stories are very relatable always, and we're storytelling animals, as Dunstan put it once in his workshop. A couple of things for improvement that I would suggest. On one hand, the homely attitude was nice, but on the other hand, I felt that your look was all over the place. You were looking left, up, right, down. I'm not sure if you were reading during some portions. It looked like that, but it's interesting because during the rest of the portions, you were shifting your head without actually having a reason to do so. It was just like, I don't know, was there any particular purpose? You can do that if it has a purpose, and especially if you accompany it with some gestures, like I looked up and that, things like that. But otherwise, it's like, uh, you could call it an academic style, or you could call it being born with my own speech. It was something like, and then I decided that maybe we should, I don't know, change the tire of the car. Something happened. So I would suggest that you focus your attention entirely on the audience. When you don't have an audience, focus it on the camera. When you don't have a physical audience. And also try to focus a bit more your message, because there were some parts of the speech during which I was a bit lost as to what was exactly the point that you were trying to say. You don't need to use sophisticated words. In fact, public speaking or speaking in general is not about, it's not the same style as when you write things. Words need to be simple, the phrases, sentences need to be short, the message must be clear, because you're speaking to all sorts of audiences and they don't have like, they cannot reread the sentence if they didn't understand something. So try to focus the message, try to decide what single message you want to deliver, and try to use a style that is very conversational, very like talking to friends. Don't try to overburden it with elaborate constructions. But other than that, I think great job for this first speech, very natural. I was expecting, to be honest, I'm pleasantly surprised, because I was expecting that you would be much more nervous and much more, let's say, reluctant, but I'm happy that I was so mistaken. So I'm looking forward to your next one.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Alexander, for feedback. And thank you, Christina, for your courage to speak today. Next speech was from Olga. It was my personal favorite maybe today, because I saw the video, and video also, I like the video as well, the idea of the video that you shared. And the evaluation person was Anastasia Diktar. So Anastasia, try to give feedback to Olga.
Am I audible now? Can you hear me? That's good. Okay, first of all, Yeah, thank you very much for having chosen this video. It was really nice video. I cannot add anything. The second one, a second thank you from my side. Thank you for having shared it in advance and giving us opportunity to watch it before the meeting. And and the third thank you, what I want to give for very detailed and structured speech, what you have given to us today. And despite of the fact that it was an analysis of the speech, it was really unique and self-sufficient speech, what we have heard, listened to, today. How did you manage to do it? Yeah, at first you have used gestures to emphasize what you wanted to say, and you have played with your voice in a really good manner. And despite of the fact that it was supportive speech, as I thought before the meeting, it was a really separate speech today. It was the speech what you have given to us. And I really liked that you used the video to show what you wanted to highlight, to support your ideas with the video or with what this speaker told. And nobody is perfect, and we have a room of improvement. That's why I would like to recommend you some things what you can do in another way next time. The first point, probably if even you are going to analyze a speech, it will be the second part of your analysis next week probably, or in the week after. Try to start in another way. Try to catch our attention from the beginning, to say something. Yeah, what could you have done today? For example, let's start. Did you think what you worth, or did you know what you are worth? And the second point, what I would like to recommend to everyone. Yeah, today we have probably the day of anti-internet day. Everyone has some problems. Check before the meeting or starts if everything is working. We had 10 minutes time. It's enough time to prepare everything in order to avoid any issues afterwards. And in general, it was a really wonderful speech, and I really enjoyed it, and like a speech of the very confident speaker. And most the best thing what I would like to emphasize, to highlight here, you encouraged me once again to watch the video and to think what I'm worth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anastasia.
Thank you, Anastasia, for feedback. Thank you, Olga, once again for your speech today. Third prepared speech was from Salma, and her evaluator is Yulia. Yulia, floor is yours. Feedback to Salma.
Thank you, Anna. You said before that I lost my chance to introduce myself. I will do it briefly now.
Good.
With a second chance. I'm from Romania, but living in Italy for the past 9 years. My memorable birthday will be next month, when I will be reunited with my family, old friends and relatives that I don't see from last Christmas. So yes, we'll see. Salma, you had a conversational style. You spoke like you were in a group of friends, close and familiar. You use your hand and head gestures to express your ideas, so you are quite relaxed. So the main goal of the speech was achieved. Your speech was structured, and you explain your thoughts through introduction, body, and conclusion. I felt your excitement in your voice for the entire speech, so that made the topic seem more interesting, and also kept the audience engaged. I like the most things I liked was your storyteller role. You told us a story relevant that inspired me, So your experience translated into a lesson when from failure, you can stand up stronger than before. So this is the power of optimism. I loved your connection with the audience, thumbs up, raise hands, and also the references you gave us. The book Learn the Optimism. It's very nice to have references during the speech. What I think you can improve, for me, you spoke a little bit too quickly. Maybe because you had so many things to say in such a short time. But it's okay to take pauses, to breathe naturally during the speech. This rapid rate you had communicated very well your enthusiasm, but varying your rate within the speech can highlight your main points and also keep the audience more engaged. I saw this from the other meetings that you spoke you speak very quickly. This time was not so quickly, but still very quickly for me. Anyway, it was great. Thank you. I learned a lot, and I can wait to hear you for the next meetings. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really like your feedback, and if somebody gives me this point of improvement, I really appreciate. So thank you so much for this, that you have given added value to my life. So that's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you both, Yula and Salma. You did very great today. Salma with speech, Yula with feedback. Yula, it's very nice to hear about your best birthday that will come soon. It's really, it worth to mention. We still need to evaluate our hot questions and answers. And this role is Gabriella's today. So Gabriella, unmute yourself and give us feedback about questions and answers.
Thank you, Anna. Actually, I was thinking while listening to Victoria's questions that maybe we humans are interconnected in a way that we're not even aware of, because obviously every human being on this planet is now thinking about the same things, whether we have done well as a human species, whether our system of education is going in the right direction, and what chances our children have to survive in the future. So this is exactly the point of Victoria's questions. And I don't know if Victoria is working in education at the moment or if she's going to, but I'm a teacher, so this is what I'm most concerned about. So her first question was about the first challenge right now, the biggest challenge at the moment. And Kapil's answer came in a very prepared way, which shows that Kapil is a very good speaker. So he speaks about the jobs that everybody's concerned about, and about our education system that maybe is wrongly directed because it's job oriented. We are taught to look for jobs instead of creating ones for ourselves and for the others. And indeed, what we need to focus on in schools is the skills for us to earn money, to create jobs, to create work for ourselves. Because we are the masters of our destinies, I think that's what he said. And I like the fact that, look, here during this pandemic crisis, COVID comes as a great master, and it teaches us so many things. So this is what maybe the situation, we should learn from the situation, that actually we can improve and we can become better. Victoria's second question was, what essential skill should we teach? Well, Rao, another elegant and proficient speaker, related to Salma's speech and said that optimism is a thing that we should teach in school, we should teach our children, or better said, choices we should learn that actually among the many things we are offered in life, there is a variety of choices, therefore we can go and take different paths. Well, thirdly, there was this question of what best life advice would you give to a child or teenager? And here comes Nirmana, who we know is a learning junkie, right, Nirmana? I think I'm not wrong. That's what you said last time, that you're a learning junkie. And I like this. You coined the phrase. I don't know if it exists, but you coined the phrase. And she says, number one, that you should never stop learning because learning empowers you and gives you the confidence you need in everything you do. It gives you the confidence to speak, to make presentations, to live a life that you've always dreamt of. So thank you, Nirmana, for your wonderful life lesson. That's exactly what we should do, and we should teach our children and teenagers. And finally, there came this great person I can't see right now on my screen. That is Tanai, right? Who spoke in his warm voice about his mom, his family, his hobbies. He would like to become a professional Indian footballer, one that becomes a name for himself because he has no idols, and that's something I like very much, that he has no football idols in his life. So that was Victoria's series of questions, really hot and challenging. It was a pleasure to listen to her questions and to your answers, people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabriela, for your feedback. Very nice to hear it. And I think everyone can agree that this person, I think he left already, Tanya or something, this person intervention to our meeting bring us all nice feeling when he said about his mom, and everyone was like, oh, so warm. So thank him for this. Need to finalize our meeting actually, and to hear feedback from our grammarian. Today it was Ratna. Please give us your feedback about grammar part of this meeting. Ratna, are you here? You mute. Oh, so as I understand, Ratna cannot turn on her microphone. Okay, let's then go to our timer and summary from timer. How did we do today?
Hello friends, now it's time to calculate the result, and I am going to announce the result of your time usage. Time, I told you that was very important today, and every time is always with us. We cannot go beyond the time. So I have to tell you that Anya, you consumed 3 minutes and 30 seconds in your introduction part, and that were exceeding 30 seconds for your given 3 minutes time limit. And Ratna Kumari, you were well in time, but you only consumed 2 minutes out of 6 minutes given time. You had 4 minutes left to talk. You can introduce the grammarian role to others. Adil Ahmed, you were a good timer, and you consumed 2 minutes and 55 seconds that were accurate, and you did not reach to your Final timing. Yulia, you took 4 minutes and 4 seconds to express yourself, and the given time was only 2 minutes. You took 2 minutes more than your allotted time. Salma Afzal, you were on your time and the very well manager of time. You completed your speech in 4 minutes. That was the first limit of your given time. You could had conclude your speech in 6 minutes, but you finished in 4 minutes. Alexander, you evaluated the speech in 3 minutes and 55 seconds. The time was 2 minutes, and you took 1 minute and 55 seconds more. Christina, you took 3 minutes and 22 seconds. Christina, I don't know what is the name. And if you ask, I think he did not introduce himself. Anesthesia, you took 1 minute and 6 seconds. Ogla, you consumed 8 minutes and 20 seconds in your video. And anesthesia hot question master, you take 14 minutes and 20 seconds. Gabriela, you took 1 minute and 10 seconds. Victoria, you consumed 1 minute and 17 seconds. And Ayulia, you took 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Alexander, while giving the evaluation of Christina's speech, you took 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Anastasia, evaluating the speech of Olga, you took 3 minutes. Gabriela, you took 3 minutes time. And Yasin Narenjo, you did not appear in your speech. And that's all. In hot question, in the answers of hot question, while answering the hot questions, Kapil, you took 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Rao Gupta, you took 1 minute and 45 seconds. Nirmana, you took 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Tanya Singhal, you took 2 minutes and 55 seconds. And the hot question segment was completed in more than 17 minutes. That was all the record of today's time schedule I managed. Over to you, Anya.
Thank you. Thank you very much, our timer, for calculating time of each participant. And I think how we can improve the timer and simplify your role is when everyone knows how much time he needs to spend for a specific role and calculate it itself, and just use timer as a hint if for some reason they forgot to notice their own time. It would work, I think, better. And thank everyone who appreciate time of others, and be careful those one who took more than he's supposed to take. It's already 1 p.m. here, so it's kind of time to leave the meeting, but we were late for 10 minutes, so we will use these 10 minutes to give a word of a meeting evaluator, because it's very important for me personally to hear feedback from meeting evaluator. Alexander, floor is yours.
No, floor is mine, I guess. I'm sorry.
remember that yesterday it was like a kind of battle who will be meeting evaluator, and
I'll give a floor to Alexander, no worries.
I supposed that meeting evaluator, it's like fixed role, right, Alexander? No, not fixed. Okay, then keep silence, Olga. I'm glad to hear you.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, Alexander. Okay, I'll start my evaluation from the evaluating of our meeting leader. And thank you very much for the job, for your work. I did really enjoy the way you manage the meeting, the power, the energy that you have as a personality, as a person, really shares through the screen. So this was really powerful for me. As for the points, I did like that you started preparing for the meeting some days before the meeting. You encouraged members to pick up the roles. You created the agenda. You shared this agenda with all the participants. On the meeting, you told us and explained the purposes of Agora Club. You welcomed all the guests, and you suggested new participants to introduce themselves. Also, you mentioned the timing for the introduction. This was really useful and good, so we don't waste time. You had most of the meeting under control, and also in the beginning you shared technical instructions regarding the switching the phones to prevent any further disturbance. There were no issues with giving floor to the participants that had roles, and also there were some points, unexpected points, that we met during the meeting. First of all, there were some people that didn't appear in time, and we had such periods when nothing was happening. So one thing comes to my mind. Probably it would be good to support communication with the audience, so we don't lose our interest in the meeting and we are still involved. You know, and I did like, and one more point was that can be probably approved or improved, is sometimes to be a little bit more diplomatic, providing instructions or a feedback. You know, I just noted one example, but there were some more of them, like, Roa, please don't spam the meeting. In this moment, I just wanted to interfere and to make it more.
That was me. That was me, though.
My point was just to suggest him to use the chance to speak and maybe take, if you want to talk about Egypt, he can take for next meeting, he can take all things I like or travel to. But thank you for this point. Yeah.
Alexander was too direct and I like it.
But this is just my
I have a zero tolerance to spam. Sorry.
That's what I say. I am also, I have zero tolerance and I really appreciate that.
Okay, and I did like that you asked people to be polite and attentive to everyone who speaks. Also, you used joke to create a relaxed atmosphere at the beginning. For me, it's important. And I did like how you supported the grammarian and how you just coped with the situation when we didn't have the grammarian role at all, we had nobody to cover this role. So, and the whole way you presented yourself, the whole way you were interested in people's talks and their topics they were talking about, I do appreciate it a lot. So thank you very much for your job and for your leading today. And I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. And I also have to evaluate our speech evaluators and hot question evaluator. People that were evaluating the speakers today were really experienced. I saw you on other meetings, and to be honest, I expected that the result and your evaluation will be really on a high level. First of all your feedbacks were really constructive. You pointed out strong points of each speaker, and you mentioned the areas for improvement. And as the third part of your evaluation, you jumped back to the positive points. So the person will perceive it. So it is like supporting of the speaker, and it motivates the speaker to improve. And the biggest part of your evaluation had that you, and in the biggest part of your evaluation, you were talking about strong and good points. Our timer did well, really great. I was timer once, and it's very difficult for me to be concentrated on time almost each minute. I know that it's a really hard work if you do it properly. Thank you, Anila, because as your work, as your job, and the same as the feedback, they were really clear and understandable. I know how to improve my next speech, to use to use these limits in a good way, like not to overcome the limits. As for the whole meetings, we did really have some problems, some interruptions in the beginning, and one idea comes to my mind. Probably it's good to decide ahead what will I do or what will we do in case that some people will be missing. Probably we can skip somebody or welcome this person if it appears during the meeting, so we don't have to wait for so long to start the meeting. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, meeting evaluator. It was nice to hear feedback, and I already wrote in the chat that it's always nice to hear nice words towards you. But if someone has something to say and how to have idea how to improve someone's role, please use the chance to write in private message in Facebook, so our next meeting could be better and better with time. Some suggestions if you have in mind and have no chance to speak. I think only one thing left for today's meeting is to find out who will be the next meeting leader, who will be the next timer, and next grammarian. Any volunteers? Oh, I see Kapil is raising 2 hands. You were raising 2 hands. So, nobody.
Actually, 2 hand meant no to, like no at all.
No, it was like this. So you can be.
No, I was just stretching myself. Sorry about that.
You just confusing us. Any volunteer to be meeting leader next time? No, Ideal just no. Ideal, you want to be timer?
That's a really difficult job.
Difficult job.
Not next time, but later on.
Okay.
I would suggest Gabriella for the meeting leader. No?
Thank you very much. I've been there, seen it. I was the first meeting leader after Alexander. I was the first one, and now I realize after seeing so much work from Anna and Anastasia 2 weeks ago, and then some other great people, I realized that I was really underprepared.
Maybe Olga could.
What about Victoria? Victoria, I
Victoria.
think will make a great meeting leader next time. Thank you very much, Victoria.
I don't know if I can be if I can attend next week, so I can say anything for sure. Yeah, so I would like to be, but I'm not sure, and I don't want to change it in the middle of the week or something. So.
By the way, I won't be here either. I have an exam.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I can say that the meeting leader is very responsible. I don't need to prepare any speech.
I don't mind being, but I'm supposed to travel soon, like in next couple of 10 days, and I'm not sure if I will even have laptop with me next Saturday. So
Okay, then let's put it the other way. Who will be attending next Sunday? It's Saturday. Oh, Alexander, you can take 3 roles. Okay, we have Zion. But Zion, you sent me in, I will reveal now your secret, that you had a role today with travel too. You asked it for several times and then you cannot wake up at time. So please, for next meeting, be ready. You definitely wouldn't be a timer for next meeting. You can choose grammarian role.
I think I'm long gone for the timer role.
Cannot hear you very well.
Oh, okay, Anna, I can be the grammarian for the next time.
Ideal is grammarian.
Yep.
May I just say one thing?
Yes, sure.
This is like my 5th or 6th meeting. And every single time when we are in a meeting, somebody is having some technical issues. In that 10 minutes we have at the beginning of the meeting, we should use it so everybody checks if everything is fine with their speaker, is everything is fine with their connection, and we should be sure in that minute that everybody who's taking the role is there.
Yes.
It gets frustrated when a person is talking and we are not able to hear it or is fixing it. Like, that's part of the preparation, and everybody should consider that while taking the role.
Yes, thank you very much for this note. And I think this is exactly what I mean by be polite to each other and respect each other. So when something wrong with my microphone and I cannot fix it, it's kind of unrespectful just to all you guys. So please make sure that everything is working fine on your side and that you are in time for meeting. It's the most important to show your respect. Kapil, you want to say something?
Yes, I wanted to say something. I've been attending several meetings of Singapore Agora Club, and what they do is like they log in up to 40 minutes in advance, and they call, it's almost part of the meeting. It's called networking part, but that time they utilize for sorting out the technical issues. And beforehand, everyone knows, like in 40 minutes, introductions are done, and everyone knows, and the roles are explained very clearly. So just a suggestion, and it works very fine over there.
I think that's a good idea. Like, people who take roles should show up 15 minutes before the meeting, check everything technical, like all technical issues that can show up during the meeting, and then the meeting can start at the right time.
Yes, I agree. And I think it should be on Alexander's shoulders if we need to invite people at least half hours earlier.
I'm fine with it. Just Zion, don't fall asleep. You will have to wake up even earlier.
Okay, so
but I'm fine.
Hopefully
Yeah,
this
that's
was
a
the
good
last time.
suggestion.
But I'm sorry, it's not realistic for me because on Monday I have 3 hours or 2 different webinars. So I just jump from one thing to another, and today is the same situation. I just switch the webinar I have on Saturdays and switch to this meeting. So I checked Zoom on my side, where is this button, but I didn't realize that on the other side there will be problems with sharing the screen because I did it really for the first time in my life. So I'm sorry for this, but you're right. I'll check it better the next time.
Okay, so we are 15 minutes over time. It's not bad result. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you very much for this meeting. We did very well, I think, and we even have chosen one of role for next meeting, Adil as grammarian. I hope we will decide who will be meeting leader and who will be timer and speaker for next meeting in a chat, in our lovely chat in Facebook. Yes, and thank you very much for meeting, for everyone who participate, everyone who take roles. Highly appreciate your support. Me as meeting leader, it was a bit stressful, and hope to see you next time. Wish everyone have lovely weekend.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.